I know.
I wouldn't worry too much about it, but
flip over and we're live. Now just cool. So hi everyone. First of all, just checking audio levels. Everyone can hear me all right? I think so. Yep, I can hear it upstairs. Cool. So hi everyone. My name's Christina and I'm a texture and look development artist at Rising Sun Pictures, and that's a visual effects studio located in Adelaide, Australia. So I'm really excited to be the host of this new interview series we have for the rookies, and I'm going to be having a chat to the winners and the runners-up of the Rookie Awards 2020. We'll be hearing about their personal stories, what inspires them, and a few other questions as well. We'll open it up to the floor, and if anyone has any questions as well, it's really casual chat, so open to any questions. So here we have, this week we have Balazs. He is the runner-up of the game development category. So yeah, first we'll just start off. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, Balazs?
Yeah, of course. Hi, Christina. First of all, thank you so much for inviting me here.
All
It's
right.
super amazing, and I'm really excited. uh, so yeah, my name is Balazs. I'm 29. I'm originally from Hungary, from a very small town. The population of around 7,000
Wow.
people, and yeah, Amsterdam is quite an upgrade compared to that. That's where I live now,
Mhm.
um, because currently I'm working at Gorilla,
Mhm.
and I'm a junior asset artist here.
How long have you been working there for?
I've been working here a little bit less, for a little bit less than 2 months so
Mhm.
far. I started on July 15, and yeah, so I'm quite new.
Yep.
I'm a junior.
So you came
But
from Think Tank, or you came from Vancouver originally? Where did you study?
that was quite that's quite a long and complicated story.
Yep.
I started out as a self learning person.
Mhm.
So I was teaching myself at the beginning. It was going on for about a year or something like that, and basically I just loved drawing.
Mhm.
Uh, like I think since the day I was born, and that was the thing that I wanted to try out in 3D, and I was always curious if I can make 3D models and not just seeing them, just in a flat 2D space. And that's why I just wanted to learn ZBrush. That was the
Mhm.
first tool that I've ever touched, and that was the the thing that made me want to learn 3D and learn about it. But as time was passing by, after a couple of months, when I get really comfortable with it, I just wanted to learn more, and I just wanted to see how movies are made, how games are
Mm.
made, and I just uh, I was just googling everything that I wanted to learn. I was watching YouTube tutorials. I was lurking on Polycount and later on Discord, and basically I had to I had to make a curriculum for myself.
Oh wow.
Kind of, it was totally random, but also it was kind of focused because um, first I was discovering this kind of area or this industry, and
Mhm.
then I was trying to be more focused on what I want to do later on. And I reached a point with my self studies when I just felt that there is not too much information about specifically what I want to do and what I want to learn, and that was the point when I started taking online classes,
Okay.
and uh, one of those was Think Tank, and I did their online course, like
Oh, I see.
complete
Yep.
uh, online program, sorry,
Mhm.
completely. And later on, I had the chance to travel to Vancouver to their campus and
Oh wow.
spend a mentorship there, which had a little bit of a sad ending because
Okay.
I had financial difficulties at the time,
Yeah.
and when I started working on my scene, after a month, I saw that I'm not going to finish it in 4 months because that was the length of the mentorship,
Yeah.
and I just didn't have enough funds to stay there for an extensive time period, um, and I had to withdraw before
Okay.
finishing it. It was very painful because I loved being there so
Imagine.
much. It was an amazing school. It was an amazing community,
Yeah.
and uh, still, I still very much miss everything
Okay.
about everything about think tank.
So you obviously must have kept up your skills then once you left. Did you continue to work at home, or how did you keep developing your skills?
Yeah, so I returned to my homeland, and it was the same scenario again when I was kind of alone. Online communities helped me a lot, especially two communities on Discord. I just want to give a shout out to them. The Dynasty and the Experience Points Discord. Ton of amazing people, an insanely supportive community, and I cannot express how much I can really thank them. Without them, it wouldn't be possible to achieve what I achieved so far. But still, apart from that, I also had an online mentorship with Ryan Benno. That was mentorship that I purchased a long time ago, even before I started learning a think tank, studying a think tank. But his mentorships were really flexible, so it wasn't like systematic in a way that I had one call every week. He was completely fine with me not having a session for even half a year.
Okay, so you could work at your own pace a bit then.
Mm-hmm.
You could work at your own pace and your own time.
Yes, exactly. So that's what happened. I bought 10 sessions, really, like, I don't know, like 100 years ago. And when I came back from Vancouver, it was really beneficial, because I still had a couple of sessions left, maybe 4 or 5 or somewhere around that ballpark. And those were also something that I used in order to help myself to make the most out of the project that I was working on.
Wonderful.
So it was difficult. The whole journey was very difficult. It was full of struggles, and I had my ups and downs.
No, that's absolutely phenomenal. Having gone through all of that, and then look at you now. So I mean, tell us.
I mean, tell us. I had this passion and this dream that was fueling my ambition, and it just lit the fire in my gut, which just
awesome.
It kept me motivated.
Oh, that's absolutely. So, I mean, I guess what inspired you to enter the rookies then?
But so for the first time when I heard about the rookies, it was about 2 years ago. When I started learning 3D, and I even entered. I even entered 2 years ago, but I had very really rookie art pieces back then, because they weren't professional from any perspective. They were just raw ZBrush sculpts. But it was just so amazing. I heard about this opportunity when I was listening to podcasts, and I think the rookies was mentioned by Flip Normals, one of their in one of their videos, and they described what it is about, and I just felt it's it's an opportunity. It's an absolutely amazing opportunity, and a chance that I just need to seize. The main thing that made me want to enter this year is not necessarily the awards and the rewards too that we can earn by winning the contests. For me, making art has always been a hobby, and what was always so amazing about it is to show my stuff to others. And when others can see my stuff, and when they really find it compelling and they just really like it, that's a priceless feeling.
Really rewarding, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And the Rookies was just an amazing opportunity to put my stuff out there and to just have more eyes to see it.
Wow. So, I mean, like, you must be feeling pretty amazing to have to achieved what you achieved. Were you surprised? How did you feel?
Yeah. It's even hard to describe. I'm still shocked even today when I go back to the Rookies page and I see my name at the runner-up. And I don't know, when it happened I can remember I woke up in the morning and I had a ton of messages from emails and messages on Discord like, "Hey Balazs, congrats for the Rookies runner-up," and I don't know, like oh my God, like what happened during the night? And I remember I needed to go to the bathroom and wash my face like 3 times in a row in the ice cold water to actually believe that I'm not dreaming. I woke up and this is happening.
real.
And this is the reality.
Wow. Oh, that's absolutely incredible. We are absolutely so stoked for you. Like, that is absolutely incredible. Balazs, we have a question from the audience. So, Calvin wants to know, what was your time frame in studying? So you sort of mentioned that you went through a few different schools. How many years of study was that?
It was about 2 or maybe 2.5 years, ago when I started learning 3D. I remember I quit my job and I also sold my house because I was just so super committed.
Wow.
I wanted to do this, and it was somewhere 2 or 2.5 years ago. I cannot recall completely, but I remember that before that I didn't have any experience in this field. The only tool that I used before was Photoshop, but simply just on a hobbyist level.
Wow.
And so yeah, from that I started to self-educate myself. That was going on for about a year or maybe a little bit less. I had to discover what this industry about and how things are working here, and what the pipeline is, and just starting out from making zebra sculpts, and then as I was diving deeper and deeper into it, I realized that I need to retopology. I need to texture what I have. It's not about poly painting. Okay, let's learn that. Okay, but in order to do so, I first need to retopologize the model and bake everything down. Okay, so there was always this kind of stuff, but it was super amazing because I know what I wanted to do, and when you feel the passion inside you, and you just feel motivated, learning doesn't feel exhausting. It feels fun.
Oh, that's
fun
fantastic.
because you are getting closer to what you are aiming for.
Yeah.
And after about a year, I got to a point where I made a full scene in Unreal. It looked terrible. It was absolutely awful. But I still
Sure, you're being
uploaded.
hard on yourself.
Yeah, I still uploaded that to our station, but it's long gone. It's long gone. So.
Oh.
And after a year, I enrolled in a think tank. Even that was kind of an interesting story, because when I entered the Rookies in 2018, I was invited to a convention or an event
Yeah,
that was
like
organized
event,
in
yeah.
Vancouver, and I went there and I met Alvin, the
Yeah.
founder of this whole thing, and it was just super amazing to meet him and so many people from the industry. That was a really cool event where uh, not just recruiters but other artists were there and other students, and it was just amazing to meet uh, uh, people who were passionate about the same thing, especially for me, who is from from a country and a small town from a country where this industry
Very
is
small.
kind of non-existent.
Wow.
And there were a lot of people there from think tank too, so I met a
Yeah.
couple of them. They told me about the school and I checked it online. I tried to gather all the information. I reached out to a ton of students who were at that moment studying there, and everyone was super positive, and I was convinced, and I enrolled.
Oh, that's absolutely fantastic. Wow.
Yeah.
Balazs, so I guess why don't you tell us a little bit about your entry? So, I mean, I've just got some images showing so everyone can see your fantastic work. Would you like to just, I guess,
Thank you.
share with us what inspired you? What's it about as well? What was, yeah.
Oh, I could talk about that during the whole day. There was hundreds of things that inspired this scene. Mm, like I was I didn't want to build something from scratch. I wanted to look for inspiration, and I was browsing ArtStation and Pinterest and a ton of other sources for concept art that could give me at least a base or a foundation. And when I bumped into the one that I ended up using, I think I fall in love. It was love at first sight, and the reason why I really liked it is just the overall mood and the color tone. I love when an artwork looks realistic and convincing in a way that you can feel that it's not CG, it's real, it's like a photo, and when the colors are not over exaggerated and not super saturated but more subdued. Also, the overall art style is I lived in various places before in my life during university scholarship and scholarships and all that stuff. Those made me possible to travel around and see other areas of the world. But I've never been to Asia, and their culture, their lifestyle, and the architecture and everything. I just find that really fascinating and intriguing, and I always wanted to go there. And I thought that maybe this is gonna be a really cool opportunity, even if it's not in real life, but I can make like a virtual tour to Asia, building up my own scene, and just just virtually feel that I'm there.
Wow.
Also, another thing that inspired me is apart from the overall mood and composition of the scene, I was just so intrigued by all the assets that are there, like all the statues and all those kind of interesting things. I'm a big fan of the fantasy genre, and I wanted to make a fantasy scene, but ultimately I ended up making this, and this even has some sort of how you say, a similarity to fantasy, because there are a ton of old objects which believed to be lost, but
So much character.
the owner of this shop found these objects, and I just don't know how to describe the assets themselves. And also I have a background of having traditional art as my hobby, and for me, that gives the most amount of joy when I'm making art is when I actually have a pen in my hands and I can, I can literally craft something instead of just giving commands to the computer that generates the picture for me. And those assets were just super fun to work on. I absolutely had a blast with them.
But you can see it, like there's just so much character and so much effort. Like I'm just watching this as we talk, and then just so many little details. I feel like you could just watch it forever and find something new. So
Thank you.
I'm curious, how long did this take to make? How long did you spend on it?
This was overall almost 6 months.
Wow.
Yeah, but still, it was also a learning journey.
Oh, I can imagine.
In itself. So when I started working on it, there was a ton of things that I just still didn't know how I can achieve or how I can do. There was a ton of technical things that I needed to learn. So when I started working on it, I know that okay, like 80% of this I just still don't know how I'm gonna make. So I needed to learn it in the meantime and experiment. And that is the reason why it took me so long. So I feel more confident that if I started working on a scene with a similar scope right now, it would be it would take less time.
Well, yeah. I mean, like if you've done it before, it's always definitely quicker and easier to do something like this again. What programs did you use to model and to texture?
For modeling, it was Maya and ZBrush, and so there was always like at least 10 applications, 10 tools open in my computer.
I feel you.
Sometimes I felt that I'm a bit lost.
Yeah.
But what I had was just Maya, ZBrush, Substance Painter, Substance Designer, Photoshop, also Unreal Engine.
Yeah.
Sometimes even Marmoset when I just really quickly wanted to see how something looks. But actually, that was sometimes deceiving because Marmoset can make something look 10 times better than what it is, what it actually looks like, and I think that's all that I used. Sometimes I use Crazy Bump.
What was that?
To get Crazy Bump.
Never heard of that one.
To get. No, it's a free software and it's just super simple. When you just have an image like a photo, and you just quickly wanna extract a height map or a normal map from that, and just one click and there it is.
Good work. Well, what advice would you give to someone entering the rookies for next year?
Ooh, that's a good one. Well, I don't wanna sound generic, but I think the most important thing is just first discover this whole 3D thing and try to explore all areas and just find what you are the most passionate about. And that is gonna keep you motivated, and that is gonna help you to stay focused. Because like when you're doing something that you love to do, that's a pretty strong thing, and that's gonna be your fuel, and it's never gonna let you be lazy or anything like that. You're gonna commit 100%, and people are saying that nothing is impossible to achieve, and I'm a firm believer of that.
Mm-hmm.
And just just follow your passion, just do what you love to do, and that's the only way you can be. That's the only way that you can get the most out of it.
Well, that's some really solid advice. And I mean, it sounds like you've gone through a few rough patches and, you kept the motivation to keep going. So something you should be really proud of. And I'm sure that, your story will inspire the next generation. So congrats.
Well, hopefully. Thank you.
So, yeah, I mean, I guess you said that you've started working now in the industry. What? Just tell us a little bit about it. What's it been like? I mean, going from studying and entering the
Yeah.
rookies and then into the industry. How have you found it?
Yeah, it's just absolutely amazing. This is what I've been dreaming of, and it's just I don't even know how to describe the feeling when you for example, for me, that I was sitting in my room for 2 years, and I haven't met other people who were like-minded and passionate about the same thing. There, and apart from Discord and online communities, there was no one who I could talk to about 3D and art in general. And after a long time, after spending a long time in circumstances like that, the first day when I walked in the studio, and it's just it's just seeing other people there. Everyone is working towards everyone's working on the same project. We are contributing to the same thing. We are fighting for a common goal, and just being surrounded by other artists, and just seeing what they are working on every day, what they are sculpting, what area of the whole environment they are putting together. This is just so inspiring.
Wow.
And it's just so motivating. And also, it's just really cool to meet meet with people from other departments too. I don't know, like animation or audio, and just have an insight of how they are working, and just see a game production with my own eyes.
Pretty cool, isn't it?
It's amazing.
Oh, I'm so glad you're loving it.
But also at the same time, there is the feeling when you how you say, when you first face the reality and encounter how much more complex putting a game together than just producing an art piece. There's a ton of technical things involved, but again, those are also just super cool to learn about.
Yeah, that's incredible. Our last interviewee said the same thing as well, that there was just so much to learn on the job. So,
yeah.
Cool. So, I mean, I've got a couple minutes left. We have a couple minutes left. I just want to know. I'm curious. One more thing. Now that I guess you're working in the industry, do you have any, I guess, other hobbies outside of 3D? And like, how do you spend your time when you come home? Do you still draw, or keep your skills up another way?
Yeah. Well, other than 3D, I've always been like a big fan of movies. I don't know, that's kind of generic hobby. But also, I love doing sports.
Yeah, what sports do you play?
But mainly those sports which like running or cycling or working out. So sports that doesn't require too much of how do you say, too much thinking and too much planning beforehand, and doesn't require tactic to be planned out. But those kind of sports which I can just feel relaxed, I can just turn my mind off, and I just run for a couple of minutes or cycle for a couple of hours. Sports where I can just get myself exhausted physically, and I just boost my stamina overall. Like
Fantastic.
running, cycling, those were those have always been my favorite ones, and also like working out with weights. I've been doing that for years, but when I started learning 3D, I had to
Went the back burner
abandon
a
that
bit.
hobby. Yeah, there was no gym around where I was living at, so there was no opportunities for
Yeah.
pursuing that hobby. But at a certain point in my life, I was very serious about it, and I even wanted to be a personal trainer.
Oh, PT. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
wow.
my life changed,
Yeah.
and
Oh, that's
I ended.
fantastic that you've been able to, I guess, go back to that hobbies and do
Yeah,
everything you love. That sounds fantastic. I'm really glad.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Thank you, thank you
Um,
so much.
so really sad, but we're running out of time, Balazs. So I can see that there's a couple other
Yeah.
questions in the chat window, but I might
uh,
leave it open for you
okay.
to respond after this. But
Yeah,
yeah,
sure,
no,
sure.
thank you so much for coming online.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure I speak for the co-founders of the Rookies as well when I say that your work was absolutely phenomenal and you should be so proud. Um,
Wow.
yeah.
Thank you. I
If
really
you need
appreciate that.
anything, get in contact, and we're here to help. All right.
Oh, awesome. That's really nice of you. Thank you.
No worries. All the very
Yeah.
best, and I'm sure I'll see
Thank
your
you.
name pop
Wish
up.
you the same. It was an absolute pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much
You
once again for
too,
inviting me.
of course. All right. Well, thank you so much, and thanks everyone for watching. See you next time.
Yeah.
See
Yeah.
ya.
Thank you. Bye bye.